You bastard.
What's that? A Jackie boy. I'm going to put this in. You're back.
Oh, that's Hey mate, you right? Yeah, not too bad. Yeah? Jay? Pleased to meet you. Yeah. I do all demos. Welcome guys, welcome. We're an anti-knife crime demo. Been in knives saves lives. Cookies crusade. Speakers ain't started yet. F2 Mitch, how you doing? Like I say, we're at an anti-knife crime demo. Been in knives saves lives. Just outside Sadiq Khan's office to Crystal. Cheers, Derek, mate. Welcome. Yeah. They always come up there, don't they, looking for grub in it.
Watch out, mate, so they pull you in there and have you eat the dinner, son.
It's doing me nutting. That noise is doing me head in.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
It's going right through my earbox.
Oh, you used to get that with radio, bro.
Oh, I've got very sensitive ears.
Yeah, when we were setting up, we used to get that noise, white noise.
What is it then? Because
yeah, it's interference, basically.
So one waiting for the start. Anti-knife demo. Fella quite known to everyone, called CJ. Where is he?
You know what you don't like? You don't like power lines and stuff. Sometimes you get near things and it drops out on you. I think that's probably why they've revised it.
Is that magnetic though? Or?
Yeah, something like that. Because I was on thingy the other day and I was walking near some power lines and it started going.
Really?
Little floppy.
Floppy dick.
Like a gimbal. Yeah, look, it's going a bit mad. It goes a bit mad for some reason. Why?
Right, as I say, we're just waiting for the start. 1 second. Do you know what? I've got so many fucking pockets. Does that do you nothing when you've got loads of pockets? And you don't know what you've done with it?
That's what I put everything. Okay, it's anything I want is my bus pass.
Especially me vape. And I've lost that.
You don't need keys anymore, do you? Just ring on your phone to get in nowadays, don't you? It's all, you need to carry nothing, really.
Where's all these fucking guest speakers, you know?
Yeah, what you reckon?
You know, they're probably invited. You know what I mean? Just to get people out.
Yeah, I thought Chris wasn't Larry Arden, one of the old schoolers is coming, isn't he, or something like that?
Well, so they say.
So they say.
See it when but you know.
Believe it when you see it, like.
Yeah, that's it. Sorry guys, I'll be with you in a minute. Bear with me. Do you know what? Good job I bought this. I won't going to bring you, big cunt. I've even got my turtles.
Oh, God.
Thanks for coming, guys. Just an anti-knife demo. 1 second, just give me a sec. Right, we're on it.
I'm not pretending so much. When I press like it goes pretend I can tell automatically.
Certainly, Jamie, how you doing, mate? Cheers, buddy. Dan, what's happening, fella? Iriam, how you doing? Get a job. You doing, Barbara? You alright? More and more people turning up. The guys repping the Isle of Dogs. Hit that like button. Tell you what. Hello, you alright? What's that?
This boy's today and his dog's from his car.
Ah.
Yeah, that's his sister. That's
Yeah, you're right.
my But yeah.
Where was that local?
Romford, Chapel Eve, Romford.
Right, yeah.
9 years now.
9 years.
Wow.
9 years with it. 9 years we've been campaigning.
Heartbreaking, isn't it?
Yeah.
Nothing's changed. It's got worse.
No, he just ignores it, doesn't he, Sadiq Khan?
She's sat with him now.
He's
Exactly him in there. It's a total idiot.
he's just soulless bastard, isn't he?
You got a song with that.
No.
And do you know what? And I've always said, unless it happens to them,
Yeah.
they're not interested.
No.
No.
Well, they live in their ivory towers, don't they? You know what I mean? None of them know what it's like being on ground zero, you
This is
know?
what I said. Come into the real world and change places with me.
Yeah.
This is what I always say. Walk in my shoes for one day,
Uh-huh.
and you see the devastation of my
Yeah.
family.
Well, that's
He-
right.
That man would never be able to walk around London.
I lost my daughter 2.5 years after I was
It is heartbreaking, Jane.
Yeah,
I
cool.
cried when she told me about the fucking dog. I loved it.
Well, it's what your dogs do, don't they? They want to protect you.
Cut the old man's back of the leg.
Yeah.
Oh no, dear. And then I'd love to see it. And he'd had fucking dog.
Sorry.
Around the country. Now, these are what the ambulance service use. Now, if you get stabbed right now, it'll take 15-20 minutes for the ambulance to arrive. You'll be dead in about 5-6 minutes. Whereas if there was one of these placing the businesses around, say you was to get stabbed, I could run over there and grab this blanket and save your life until the ambulance arrives. You know, and this has been done in America, in a state in America, and it proved to reduce fatalities by 90%. Okay? But we're ignoring it in this country because our government and our mayor don't care. So we're all here to make noise, join on board, bring in lives, save lives. We need all the support we can get. It's us v them, yeah? The establishment.
So one of the things you'd like to do in order to
Yeah, so we have to beg people for money. They're about £110 each, which is nothing when it saves a life, you know? So we need donations, Killing Knives, Saves Lives at gmail.com. All donations go to get big kits, and we hope to put as many of these around London and the nation as possible. I've already got about 400 around England, the South England. Hopefully we can get another 400, 4,000, 40,000, who knows?
Thank you.
Spinning knives saves lives. That's what it's all about.
All right, let's go.
We got it right here. We got it right here. Spinning knives save lives.
Hit that like button, guys. Subscribe at the bell notification or. Yeah, I see those in Canterbury. I'm not sure if Baz is going there today. Baz Audits or Baz Media now, something. A few of the boys are in Canterbury, aren't they?
I know him.
Who?
I know him,
Who's that, this fella there? Yeah, do you know that is, don't you? I remember that. It's funny, that. Do you know his mum? She's got the same coat as you on. Oh. That's Ricky Hayden. I was just talking to his mum, the lady in the orange coat.
R.I.P. Ricky Hayden.
Do you know what happened and all? She said, like, the dog protected him afterwards, went round him with me. It's doing my Scooby in it.
Stuff like that.
Oh, right.
Back to the old pirate radio days. White noise. Sit there ages listening to that. That's what you've got on the airwaves.
That like button, guys. Saturday Nick the Brewer. It's an anti-knife crime. Binning knives saves lives. There's a lot of parents here who have lost children. We're just outside Sadiq Khan's office. Many of the women and that have had meetings with him, and he's done sweet FA. They will They will open up their thing in a minute. You right, ladies? They will open up the mic and start speaking. There was meant to be guest speakers there, but I haven't seen any at the moment.
When the community moves this person through knife crime, everybody's not individually, but the whole community.
He certainly is. Yes, sir. He certainly is. Ladies, must be a boy. Is that your son? Do you want to speak about it at all? Huh?
It's the first time I've done after 4 years. He was killed 4 years ago.
Yeah. You all right talking on camera?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you want to tell us about what happened, or?
Well, it's the end of lockdown. He just had a baby.
Yeah.
8 weeks old. So he went out to wet the baby's head. Never come home. He was walking past the yellow parking village.
Yeah.
There was some teenagers about 19 doing balloons.
Yeah.
Got a bit saucing up in my boy's face, so he just gave him back hand and said, "Go away, little boy." Turned round, used the phone. After that, the boys ran from there to where that fella was there.
Yeah.
Got a backpack out with a hunting knife that big. Chased him. My boy thought it was a joke. Fell over his own feet and balls on top of him and stabbed him to death.
Oh, no.
And he laid on the pavement an hour waiting for the ambulance to come and bled to death.
So sorry to hear that, love. At least you're out doing this, you know what I mean?
Try and raise money now for bleed kits.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
thought the government should be putting them on the street, they're not.
Well,
So
they should be
that's
paying
what's-
for the bleed kits, really, shouldn't they?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They should supply them. Put them on the streets everywhere.
Yeah.
And go into places and teach the kids how to save their mate's life.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
That's what they need to do. Because rapists don't have one.
No, no, no.
At least if they can educate
Yeah,
and the children, teach
Uh-huh.
them how to use the bleed kits.
true. Thank you, love, anyway. All the best. Ah, so sad when you speak to someone who's lost a child through knife crime. Really sad. Hit that like button, guys. Yeah, still a lot of people have gone up to Whitechapel apparently. A lot of Asians down there, and I don't know if there's any people from the right side and that.
See him slipping them out, so.
That's when they let them out.
Yeah.
What are you from?
Just my own YouTube channel.
Oh,
2Up2down.
YouTube.
Yeah. Yeah, I do a lot of protests and
Do you
that.
put it on TikTok and things like that? Or
No, just YouTube.
YouTube?
Yeah. Do a lot of protests, Palestine,
Yeah.
right, left, anything, whatever.
Seen what's going on in Ireland at that City Hotel?
Yeah, funny enough, I
I
mean,
stayed in that hotel 5 years ago, and it's the best you can
yeah.
get. Golf courses, everything.
Shocking,
in there.
yeah.
Now it's full up with them.
Mm.
Migrants. I don't understand why they're going mad.
Yeah.
They've got their own on the street.
Well, it's not that. It's he raped a 10-year-old girl,
Yeah.
didn't
Yeah.
he? And you had the one yesterday who was
Let out of prison by
Yeah.
mistake. Come on now.
terrible, isn't it? Shit show.
They ain't going to find him, are they? He's got his... Let's face it, if he can get over here without passport and everything,
Yeah,
they ain't going to find him.
you're right.
You seem all right, yeah.
Yeah, I'm just coming
Thank
over.
you so much for that. Might take some day.
Is it possible to just leave it in the cup or something?
Yeah.
There's so much dirty.
Or I could actually. What if I? I think put the hat back because it was in the old shop. So just put the hat back and just lean it against the hat. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, that's better. That's better.
No, you went there down there, so you start trying to do one, so I did. Now he's giving me that.
Yeah, all's good, Pat. No worries, mate. Yeah, hopefully there will be.
Okay, guys, we're just waiting for Chris Lambriano to arrive, and we'll be underway.
They're waiting for Chris Lambriano to arrive. Oh.
Good to them. Yes, so did I. So if anyone's out there wants to get down here, show your support in any way you can. That's why I thought we'd get down here today, show these guys some support.
Oh. Sorry, love. Sorry. Yeah.
What are your authorities? So we're here because we want the voices to be heard, and we want the nation to be safer, we need communities to be safer, stop the law and life. We deserve to be safe, and safety should be a priority. It's not. It's about authorities that we should for our safety. So many children and adults wait around the country. All of the organisations in the country, many of the bereaved families united together. Here we are, living life, safe lives. We are the country, we're the nation united against knife crime and united for a safer community.
Who the fuck is Sam Roy?
Big up the end game.
Totally correct.
Where's Sam Roy?
Well, these big kits, they're Daniel Beverley kits. What? The ambulance services. They're the only ones authorised by the ambulance service. Now, if you were to get stabbed right now, it would take an ambulance maybe 15, 20 minutes to get here. After 6 minutes, you would have died. So it's no good. And this is what's happening everywhere. If we had these blue kits in schools, pubs, businesses, all over the place.
Thanks, brother. Big
How
up
they
the end
work,
game.
They save lives. What happens if you're stabbed and I'm a passerby and I phone 999, the operator straight away tell me where the nearest bleed kit is. So if there's a bleed kit in the business just over there, they'll tell me the bleed kit's over there.
Afternoon,
Stay
Mary.
on the phone with me whilst I go to retrieve the bleed kit from the business and come back to save the person's life until the ambulance arrives. That's why they're so important. This has been trialled in America, in the States in America for a month, and it's proven to reduce fatalities of life crime by 90%. So why are our government and our mayor ignoring them? Every single bereaved family here says if one of these local to them, their loved one would not be dead now. big announcements today. Big announcement today. In partnership with Reform, Alex Wilson, AM in particular, Reform will be raising money, and together we'll be installing as many bleed kits across London as we can. That's been in Knife Saves Lives and Reform UK. We're doing the job that Sadiq Khan should be doing.
CJ, I've just spoken to Sam, he's on the DLR, and Chrissy Mitchell.
Well done.
I said I'd be interviewed, maybe later.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I'm good now. You know where I went? There's a fucking great big concert in there, and I'm on the VIP. I got into the VIP, and then Sam said to me,
They're all dressing up in. Is it that comic thing when all dressing up?
Comic-Con.
I think it is, yeah.
yeah, I went in the VIP, right?
Uh-huh.
And then I phoned Sam. He said, no,
Yeah.
I ain't there. I'm down outside. I said, no, you're not. He is on his way. He's on the DLR.
Well, you're here.
I'm here.
That's me.
I'm also a very big champion of anti-knife crime, anti-gang
Yeah,
culture.
brilliant.
Yeah?
Thanks for your
Do you want to speak a little bit on
I've got a company
it?
called Way Out Solutions,
Uh-huh.
and we're inviting youth and young adults to
Yeah.
come and join us.
Mhm.
We'll show them the way out and give the solutions of how to do it. And a lot
Awesome.
of it will be through entertainment, through the music industry.
Yeah.
But we have got many other collaborators in all different types of industries.
Where's that based in London?
Well, where it's based is in my house, mate.
Oh, right, cool.
And what's happening is I've got hundreds of people that want to come in.
Uh-huh.
And the idea, we want to try to get the kids apprenticeships.
Yeah.
Apprenticeships in whatever area they want to work in. So it's early days, but it's starting to grow.
Oh, good.
It's starting to grow. But I'm a music promoter, festival programmer, artist manager, gopher.
Well done.
There you go.
Well done to you.
So I'm supporting this 100%, yeah?
Yeah.
I come from Woolwich, man. There's a lot of knife
I
crime
think
in
it's got to
Woolwich.
go the other way, innit? That way.
Yeah, I think the weight's come off. Hasn't it?
Big
And I'll
needs on the other side,
I
then.
won't swear if anyone interviews me.
You try not to swear.
I couldn't believe I was in the VIP section in that flipping thing.
Oh my God.
I just followed everyone else.
Yeah. Still you're here now, that's the main. So we're waiting for Chris Lambriani, guest speaker. What's happening, brother? Yeah, you good? Yeah, respect, man.
Must be our fancy going there, you know, today. That's where our fancy going there today, you know.
Where's that, Matt?
Dover for a day.
Yeah, Lenny.
Funny enough, I've got a pal going there Monday morning, early Monday morning.
What, just for a day out, like just have a look.
Yeah, he's going to plot up and see if he can see any boats coming.
Yeah.
What happens is,
Catapult.
what happens is, Boulder Force and I in like grab one lot of boats, and then you get 4 or 5 come on the beach, and that's what happens, because they can only deal with one lot.
There's another bit in Essex, you know. There's another plot in Essex.
Yeah.
You've got to go through this housing, whole people's housing estate. The beach is right on there, and they get tons of bags.
Yeah. Come and look at that banner. Come and look at that.
I'm loving the banner. It looks like it's going to cover the building. Yeah, guys, if you want to come round this side, please.
Is that anything? How you doing, mate?
check. Yeah, we're ready to begin now, guys. Thank you all for coming. Hopefully the rain stays off. Is ITV gone now, yeah? I'll wait to. Did you wanna film us or? Yeah. Okay. Okay guys, we're going to make a start. Today is about making your voices heard. We have a lot of bereaved families here who have received no support from the authorities, from the government or from the mayors. So we are here to make our voices heard. So what I'm going to start off by doing, I'm not going to give a usual talk like I usually do. I'm going to leave that to you guys. I'm just going to tell you a little bit about Billy Knives Saves Lives, just for the guys that don't really know about us, who are new to us. So Billy Knives Saves Lives, I launched it in 2018 because where I lived there were 260 police officers, and overnight the numbers were decimated to only 80 police officers. We also had 4 police stations in my borough, and now there's only 1 police station. I'm not even sure if that's open now because Sadiq Khan has put that on the list to be closed. One of the 17 police stations that are going to be closed. So there will be no police station in the borough of Hawthorne Forest. I know that for a fact, which is about 5-6 square miles. So yeah, when people talk about crime has gone down, crime hasn't gone down. Reported crime has gone down because no one could be asked to report a crime and go to a police station 6 miles away and sit there for 6 hours. That's what's going on. And when you do report a crime, police don't even turn up because there's not enough of them available. So we're here because we're sick and tired of the whole country not putting safety first. We're all worried about bicycle lanes and roadblocks and this charge and that charge. What about our lives? What about our children's lives? Why is there still no education in school? Blah, blah, blah. I can go on all day. I'm going to leave it all to you guys, and let me tell you about Billy Knives Saves Lives. When we launched, I was just one single father who was concerned because all the police stations closed. There were a lot of stabbings going on at the time. So at the time you had Jada Moody got murdered, then Joanne Chesney got murdered, you know, all in the space of a couple of months. Ricardo Fuller, all in the space of a few months. Yeah, and nobody was doing anything about it. So I decided to go online and see what I could do and band people together. And here we all are, you know. On our first event a few years ago outside the old City Hall, we handed in 1,200 knives, and Ricky Hayden's mum and Jodie Chesney's mum handed a letter, and Sadiq Khan, our London mayor, who's supposed to represent us, who's been on the news and says that he supports us, wouldn't even come out and accept the knives, and would not accept the letter of Susan and Joanne, and it disgusts me. So we're here a couple of years later now, and the original 16, 20 families that were part of Billy Knives Saves Lives, we want to expand that, and hopefully we have expanded that, and we've got so many of you on board now. The reason, the point of Billy Knives Saves Lives is to unite you all. Yeah, because everybody, the most common thing that I hear, if I talk to this lady or that lady, the common thing that I hear, anxiety, they're scared to talk, they've been through it, they've been doing it for years and no one's listening, so we give up. Nah, listen, we're all together as one, so don't think you're ever on your own. A lot of you think you're on your own, but you're not, yeah? We're here, Billy Knives Saves Lives. It isn't an organisation, it's a movement. We're all here and we all support each other and look after each other, go out to each other's events if we can, and this is what we do. And I'm glad to have everyone here on board, yeah? So first up today, we're going to have Ricky Hayden's mum, Susan. I put her up first because I work with Susan a lot. She's done so much stuff to get police kits out there in the East London. So this is Susan Hedges, Ricky's mum, yeah?
I just want to thank CJ, first of all, for bringing us all together. I think, to be honest, this is what we need. You know, we're segregated. We're families that are dealing with things on our own. We don't get the support we need. I'm 9 years on, I'm still waiting for my bereavement counselling. So basically, all you guys that have supported me over the years, you've succeeded because I've got through it. Just a little bit about myself. I lost my son in 2016. He was stabbed to death outside our home. Two guys on a moped came to steal my son's moped, and altercation happened, and basically I can talk like this now, matter of frankly. People say, oh, you know, you're not shedding a tear. Don't worry, when I go home tonight, those tears will be coming. But I have to show strength for my family, for my children and my friends, just so that they know that if I crumble, they crumble. And it was like a domino effect. That night, I'll just tell you a little bit how we lost Rick, and I will be frank, I believe in telling the truth. I won't sugarcoat anything, because this is life. This is what we've had to go through. Rick was stabbed in the groin area, 27 inches deep. He lost so much blood. He had 3 blood transfusions before he left where we was. He then had a heart attack in the ambulance, and I then had to make the decision to have his leg amputated. Now, Ricky was a doorman and he worked for Haven Council. So you can imagine, my first thing was, I can't do that. He's not going to have a life. But little did I know, 18 hours later, his brain would swell and I'd lose him. I never ever knew, coming out of that London hospital, I'd come out without my son. 9 years, how can I say, it doesn't go away. You have to learn to live with it, and I can tell you now, if I didn't have my daughter sitting down there with my grandchildren and my other son, I wouldn't be here today. I would not be here today, because my firstborn child I lost, he didn't have a chance he was 27. He was at the beginning of his life. He was starting his own company. His life was taken away from him in such a cruel manner. So now, and on that fateful night as well, this is why I like to tell everyone what actually happened, because we didn't get justice. We was put in the predicament that one person walked free from the Old Bailey and the other person got 14 years for manslaughter. And I will tell you today, he has served 9 years, and I've just had to spend 4 weeks writing a victim impact statement to tell the courts why he should not be released next April. Now, he's got a chance of a second life. My son didn't get a chance of a first life. Now, do you think that's fair? Because I don't. So, with my family, we have battled. We've been here. I've sat inside that there. I've sat inside with Mr. Khan. He's promised me so much. He has delivered nothing. 9 years on, I'm still waiting for that contact. I told that man that my son was a number and a statistic. Not Ricky Hayden, just a number and a statistic. And I'm still waiting to hear from him. 9 years on, we're still waiting. We're here, but do you know what? We are here as one. This is what I say. We are here as one. Every single person here. Doesn't matter what colour you are, what religion you are, what nationality you are, what gender you are. Our children die the same colour blood, and we all grieve the same. And this is what you call unity. Every single person that's here is unity. So please, if anyone does want to talk to me, you know, I know there's a lot of fresh families here that are going through hell. You will go through more hell. But talking, as I realise, talking will help. And talking to someone that's been there, done that, and he's still living, will help. So if anyone, I've got some cards over there, so if anyone wants to take my card, they can ring me any time of the day, any night. So yes, this is what I'm doing now. I fundraise, donate like a lot of the families here, bleed kits. 3 of mine have been used. One was a major ear stabbing incident, and one was used 3 months ago for a youth club, and the bag was used. So yes, they are life-saving pieces of equipment. I'd like to thank Lynn Baird for designing these kits, and also for giving us the support and the encouragement to do what we do. I'd like to thank everyone for coming, because it does mean the world to us, all being together. But yeah, thank you. Thank you, CJ. You're amazing.
Thank you, Sue. Yeah, Sue's been through it, man. So you guys who are relatively recently lost somebody, it's gonna be a nightmare for you guys for a long time, forever probably, sadly. But it helps to talk to each other, and you're all family now, so you can all talk to each other. And if you're shy, you can always talk to Sue. You can give me a shout. I'll hook you up, whatever. Yeah. All right, guys. So next up, we've got the mother of Reese Williams, Susie Swanley.
I lost my son 4 years ago. He went out to wet his baby's head. He'd just come out of lockdown, and his baby was 8 weeks old. Didn't even get time to register the baby. We were walking home, and we had a teenager on the bench taking balloons and got in my boy's face. My boy's in the middle slap with that. Boy's run to his backpack, pulled out a hunting knife and chased him. My boy fell over and he stabbed him to death. And my son was left on the pavement for an hour waiting for the ambulance to come. But this boy had 6 different convictions for knife crime. It served a prison sentence for knife crime, and it was allowed to come back out and kill my son. There's no justice in that. It took 2 years, 4 court cases, 5 different lots of barristers, and we was there for the shoplifting junior barrister to fight our case. We've got no say in it. He could pick his counsel, we couldn't pick ours. But it's only through fighting that we did get justice in the end. But he's got life now. He's in prison, but he can still ring his mum up. And when he comes out, he's going to be young enough to have a family. My son's left his children behind. He was stolen from us. So that's what I want to say. Look, I want to start raising money now for bleed kids, because if I can help get one blanket on the streets and it saves a life.
You can't hear over here, by the way.
You have to lift the mic up, they can't hear.
Sorry, but if I can just save one person from feeling how I do every single day, that is some kind of achievement. So, and it's the first time I've come out after the 4 years and spoke about my son, so I am finding it hard.
Awesome.
With the help of Courtney and everyone else, I'm going to get there.
Well done, Susie. Susie's one of the people that has never spoken anywhere before, and I realise that a lot of you haven't. Nobody here is professional speakers, not even myself. So just come up, say what you got to say. You're with family here, yeah? So next up, I haven't got a clue. I don't know what done with list. Oh, is it you, Eugene? Eugene Scardyfield. I think most of you know Eugene, yeah?
Hello, thank you, Eric. Thank you, CJ, and thank you all for coming along today. Like Susan so eloquently put it, you know, we're all one family now. We're all in here actually for unity. So back in 2015, my brother was murdered, unfortunately taken from us. And in the coming months and years after my brother being taken, I really wanted to raise the awareness to the ripple effects of murder and manslaughter and what it has on the families, especially and the community. And one of the ways I found of doing this was through writing. And in 2019, I was on a work course in Manchester, and it happened to be the week of my brother's birthday. And I woke up the morning of my brother's birthday and I wrote the following before going down for breakfast. So here it is. It only takes one punch, one shot, one knife to take one life. There was this man from the estate running late. He was running for the bus when he accidentally bumped into this boy and his mate. The boys got mad, and what was sad is that one took a knife and took the man's life. It only takes one punch, one shot, one knife to take one life. Now there's a grieving mother who screams at the skies above her. On her knees at the grave, she claws at the earth for the boy she gave her life to after his birth. She's heartbroken to the core and not sure she can go on anymore. It only takes one punch, one shot, one knife to take one life. Now there's a grieving father who lays awake at night wishing he tried harder. His guilt is out of control and now he has no soul. He wants to take his son's place and be his saving grace. It only takes one punch, one shot, one knife to take one life. Now there's a grieving daughter who's supposed to be getting wed, but can't even face getting out of bed, because the best day of her life has gone from good to bad, because walking her to the altar was supposed to be her dad. It only takes one punch, one shot, one knife to take one life. Now there's a grieving brother who thought he could protect his mother and his whole family, but now he's lost in the depths of insanity. He's constantly on the brink, reaching for that next drink. It only takes one punch, one shot, one knife to take one life. Now there's a grieving sister who feels like she's caught up in a twister, because now she is missing her big brother who would always pick up the phone and listen. She's struggling to see this is now her reality. It only takes one punch, one shot, one knife to take one life. But it's not just one life that's taken. It's a whole family trying to cope with their hearts breaking. Thank you.
Thank you. Hi everyone and welcome.
Thank you for the lovely poem, sir. Is Charlotte Higgins here? Okay. Kim. Where's Kim? You're up next, girl. I won't introduce you.
Good afternoon, everybody. I'm glad we're all here today together, although we shouldn't be here under no circumstances at all for what we all stand for today. I'm the mother of Carl Hamilton, who was murdered on the 10th of January 2004. I've never received justice. We know one of the perpetrators has been for many years in jail in Syria. However, what a lot of families don't know, like we didn't know, we could have our own solicitor, barrister. I was supposed to have paperwork, which I've never had. 2 years ago, my mum was ill with cancer in bed. She received a call. The man said he was a solicitor. He was phoning on behalf of his client. When he started speaking to my mum said, no, you need to speak to my daughter. I flew across to my mum's house. I got this number. I called it the next morning. A little idea about this phone call when I called, obviously introduced myself as Kim Williams, Carl Hamilton's mum. I said, please do not call my mum because of the circumstances. That's when he said to me he was calling on behalf of his client. His client is in jail right now on remand. I don't know his name. I don't know what for. He's admitted, we've always believed, because there was a big gang of 50 plus Bengali lads, we always thought it was a gang thing. His client has made a statement to him stating that he is one of the perpetrators and that right now whatever he's been put on remand for, he's looking at a long, long sentence. Obviously I still didn't realise if this was real, because as we all know, we'll meet some nasty, evil people in this world and we'll give you any false hope. I took the details down to Bethnal Green Police Station. They came to my house a few days later. They confirmed the call was legit. Every time I phone, are you going to see him? have you been to see him? A simple yes or no. They cannot answer me. This is 2 years down the line. I've recently been doing live TikToks, talking about knife crime as a mum, trying to help parents. We actually had a mum come on my live last week. Nats, I know you're probably listening to my live right now. Thank goodness our son made it. He was stabbed in the stomach. He was in hospital in a coma. And as all us families know, it's our little siblings and everything else going on. But what I would say, if anyone's going through that struggle that I'm going through, I just found out through one of my lives, I was able to contact Crown Prosecution Service myself. They are now going into the archives because I explained everything, but I've never had paperwork. I've never had my own solicitor or barrister because I believe the prosecutor was our support. No one helped us. I've been doing it on my own. And society out there needs to know and understand, even if some of these youngsters are in gangs, listen, that doesn't deserve the right for them to be unalived. We also have many innocent young men out here that people have decided to take their lives. But there's so many innocent guys out there, you know, young children going to school, coming home from school, young men that are working hard out there, and they decide to take their life. Who gives anyone the right? And Sadiq Khan, you have been in power long enough. Stand up, face all us parents, don't talk the talk. Walk the walk and do something. We all want justice now. We all want safe places for our young people. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Kim. Okay, we've got JJ McPhillips' mum, Michelle. She's another one of the original BKSL team who's been going for it for years. There you go, girl.
Thank you, CJ, and thank you for organising this today. Well done. I'm really sorry to have met so many new faces here today, to be quite honest with you. But that just goes to prove that the London Mayor is really not doing his job. My son was killed in 2017. I've been to tons of messages and tons of meetings with this man, and still he doesn't know my son's name. So just be aware of that, that when you come to meetings, they're just told 5 minutes before you walk into the room who they're dealing with. The reason I've came out of retirement, because I did retire last year from knife crime, is because 2 weeks ago, a young lad got stabbed in front of me. So I've witnessed my son having crack open, which is where they open up the chest. I've witnessed people massaging my son's heart to try and save his life. And that was all because my son stepped forward to save someone else's life, who has survived and never ever helped me get justice. So when you're feeling upset, my advice to all of you is this: it's normal. When you want to scream your head off, it's normal. When you feel you don't want to be here anymore, it's normal. It's called grieving. But the difference is you're grieving a murder, and people don't respect that. It's the violence that came with the situation of your child being taken is why we don't progress. And the only way to progress is continually talking about it, putting it out there in the media, telling people what's happening to you, telling them that you're not getting the support that you should be getting, because we are just statistics to them. If we don't make the noise and keep battling forward with this, nothing's going to change. He says that the knife crime has gone down by 25%. Well, can you prove it to me? Can you come honestly and show me the figures? Because I haven't seen them published. So I'd like to see where the 25%'s gone. My son's case became a cold case after 28 days. The police don't phone me no more, they don't contact me no more. And in my retirement years, which is only 3 years away, that is my job now, to keep pushing forward to get the justice my son deserves. But it comes to something when we have paid our taxes, looked after this country to the best of our ability, raised our children correctly, for them not to care that our children's blood is on the pavement. As someone said to me when I was outside the crime scene 2 weeks ago, is that blood on the floor? Then they asked me what was the colour of the skin of the person that did the stabbing, and I said, it's the colour of that blood. Everybody bleeds red. When you need a blood transfusion, when you need the hospital, when you need the police and the ambulance to come and help you, it doesn't come into creed, colour or religion. It comes into looking after another human being. And that's what we're all here today fighting for. So I do apologise to everyone that's new here. Please, you have our sympathy. Please believe in yourself and do self-love. Most important thing, self-love. And go out there and fight for what you deserve and the treatments they should be giving you. Thank you all very much.
Thank you, Michelle. Now, let me tell you, Michelle messaged me last night. I said to her, you come in, do you want to speak on that? She didn't want to. She's given up. She's given up hope, mate. She's been at it for years. Nobody's listening. So I had a word with her, and here she is. I'm really glad you're here today, Michelle. Never give up, just like you told these guys. Never give up, man. We're always here, and we're always here. You know, we're doing this together. Your individual goals are to get your justice. Yeah, I understand this. But my goal is for everybody to get justice and for everybody's voices to be heard so that changes can be made in our society. That's the goal of Billion Lives Save Lives, yeah? Who's up next? We've got a reserve, Christine.
Hello everyone. I've come here to support with CJ. I also work with an organisation called Way Out Solutions. It's very new, and what we're doing is we're trying to encourage these young kids to come forward. We'll show them the way out and give them a solution to keep them off the streets, right? And to offer them apprenticeship so that they don't turn to crime and they don't start killing each other. My son's best friend, Danny Pierce, he came out of a pub in Greenwich with his girlfriend. He had a fake Rolex on because he don't wear the real one because it's not safe. Some fucking, pulled up on a scooter, jumped off the scooter and stabbed him in the neck. And he died on the pavement. And he was a fit guy, he was a lovely guy. I saw him about 3 days before it happened. My son broke down, all his mates, they all broke down in tears. My son would have been here today, but he's got his granddaughter, he's got his daughter, but they're at Disney. And luckily enough, he can take his kids to Disney, because some of these people that have lost their kids can't do that. So what you need to do is you need to get on your fucking socials, spread the word, so that the next time we have this, there'll be 50,000 people here, right? There are over there, because I went there by mistake, and then some concert, right? But what we need to do is, come, get the fuck out here and face these people, you weak bastard! Thank you.
Thank you very much. That's Christine. I do not know what anyone's going to say, so cover your kids' ears at appropriate times. I just want to say thank you, and a reminder, I want to say thank you to Christian Adriano. He's the reason why this event is on today, yeah? He's not actually here yet, he's on his way. 5.5 weeks ago, I got a message asking me to put this event on, to put on another event. So I've had 5.5 weeks to get this sorted. Half of you I've never met before and don't know, and it's been a nightmare for me because I still don't even know everybody's names and etc. But I'm getting there. I can see this young man in front of me, Steve O'Morrison. I've seen the name about, but he's not on my list. So he's going on my list if you don't mind. Yeah, brilliant. And anyone else, I think everyone here is on the list for the prayer service. I will pass this round. If you notice that you're not on it, please add your name to it. I think I've got everyone, but it's a hard job to do when you've had a couple of hours sleep, you know. Next up, we have got yeah, you want to be my PA? Yeah, next up we've got Yazakia Uad. I hope I pronounced your name right.
Yeah.
It's a tough one for me.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Isakia Jarrett. I am the mother of Claudia Jarrett Lafayette. Losing my son became my new journey for me and for my family, not a one-off. There is no end to our loss. I had to learn the skill of staying afloat. If I could do something to help and spare somebody's life, let it be this: to bring awareness to everyone, all ages. I'll be donating towards 2 life-saving kits to be placed in both ends of Kilburn, as that's where my son Claudio took his last breath. Although he was in a safe place, in a community center for an event, he never made it home. His murderer and the 4 people involved are still at loose. And this is to show where the system has failed me. They call it out on investigation. So that goes to show that this kind of thing can happen to anyone, anywhere. By doing this, not only I'm honoring my son, but I will be able to help somebody else by doing exactly what my son Claudio did in that summer evening on the 14th of July, and sadly lost his life forever on the 15th of July 2023, exactly 20 minutes past midnight. His legacy is very important to me. This is not something that I would speak about, but this is a reflection of who I am and the young man I raised. Be kind to those that are still floating and still manage to find a way to make a difference. I have a mission, a daily shock to my system. Every second, every minute, every hour, every day I lose my son. Again and again and again. We didn't lose him just once. I lose him every day. So let this love that has nowhere to go forward and go to somewhere important. Let it be this: my family and I would like to thank everyone that has supported us in any way or form, including the ones that weren't there at all. Thank you. Thank you to all.
Well done, girl. I know that was hard for you. Francesca, is PK here? Is she coming? Okay. Miss Adele Cook is up next. I believe you're the wife of James Cook. Yeah.
Right, good afternoon everyone. This is my first public speech, so please bear with me. Emotions running. I stand here today not just as a member of this family, that I didn't ask to be part of, but I'm grateful for. But as someone who's also seen and felt the devastating cost of knife crime, I'm James Cook's wife and a mother to 3 children. 2 just there. James was 40 years old when some coward with a knife chased him 350 yards and stabbed him to death in the street like a dog. He didn't stand a chance. The hardest, most heart-wrenching thing I've ever had to do was tell our 3 girls that their father was dead. Our middle child, Olivia, who's not here today because she can't face it, she dropped to the floor and her screams will haunt me for the rest of my days. Taking them to the mortuary to say their final goodbye is an image that will stay with us as a family forever. James worked 90 hours a week to give his girls a solid future. He was a great dad, and his greatest achievement, he always said, was his 3 princesses. In his younger years, he was a European kickboxing champion, and later he became an amateur boxer, so don't believe you can fight the knife. A nearly 20-stone gentle giant who knew how to protect himself, and yet a 12-stone, 22-year-old coward took his life in just a few violent minutes. Lily May, 17, no longer eats, sleeps, or feels safe. She doesn't even want to celebrate her upcoming 18th birthday. Olivia, who couldn't even be here today, had her exams the next day, failed them all, and cried because she said she let her dad down. And Ruby, our youngest one, she's got disabilities, she's autistic, and she self-harms because it's the only way she knows how to process that pain. Then there's me, living on medication just to get through the day. I barely sleep 2 hours a night, and always on the move because if I stop, I'm going to crumble. And I can't do that, I've got 3 kids. But this is not just my story. As you can see here, there are many more. Too many lives have been stolen, too many families are being shattered, and far too often our leaders offer sympathy in the front of cameras and then quietly slink away as if these tragedies don't matter. But we will not forget. Every name, every face on that banner has a story that matters. Each one represents a human being, a son, a daughter, a friend, a husband and a father, whose lives was full of promise. Behind every statistic, there is a family trying to rebuild from something that should never have happened. Knife crime is not just a problem in other places or certain neighbourhoods. It's happening everywhere, on our streets, in our schools and in our communities. And yet too often it feels like the government want to sweep it under the carpet. Why? Because admitting truth means admitting failure. Failure to invest in youth services, in mental health support and in education, in policing that builds trust rather than fear. Failure to listen to communities who have been shouting for help for years. We are losing young people, not because they are inherently violent, but because too many grow up without hope, without opportunity and without guidance. When we cut youth clubs, mentors and community programmes, we don't save money, we're spending lives. We cannot solve this with sound bites or short-term crackdowns. We need real long-term solutions rooted in prevention, education and compassion. We need early intervention to reach young people before fear and pressure pull them into danger and gangs. Support for our families so parents are not left to cope alone. Stronger community policing where officers know the people they serve and earn their trust. We need accountability so leaders can no longer hide behind statistics and empty promises. It's time to stop pretending this is inevitable. It's not. Knife crime is not a natural disaster, it's a human one. And that means humans can stop it. To the government and Sadiq Khan, I say this. You're not going to sweep it under the carpet anymore. You're not going to wait for the next tragedy before you act. These are not numbers, these are our loved ones. And to the rest of us, let's keep speaking, keep fighting, and we keep demanding more. Change doesn't come from silence, it comes from people who refuse to be silenced. Let this be the moment we say enough. Enough fear, enough excuses, and enough lives lost. Together we can build a country where young people feel safe, where families are protected, and where no one has to stand at a graveside asking why. The time for action is now, and we will not be silenced anymore. Thank you.
Well done, Adele. I think you should speak more often. Trust me. Yeah, brilliant stuff. I just want to say, Chris Lambio, who has arrived, we'll be doing a prayer service at around about 2 o'clock, just after, well, it might be a bit later because we started a bit late. But he's here. Later on after 4 o'clock, we're going to have Alex Wilson AM, who works in this building. He's Reform. We're also going to have, I think Miss Tara Landon's turning up. She's an independent political figure. And we've also got, how can I forget anyone? Oh, we've got John Wedger, of course. Yeah, come to expose. Don't worry about Sam. We don't want to hear from Sam. We've got John Wedger coming. He's going to be on last because what he has got to say might, who knows, it could end up being a national movement. God knows, all this child grooming thing that's going on. But I'll leave that to John Wedger. That's his department, and I'm sure he's going to enlighten you on the police force and Sadiq Khan, yeah, in regards to the child grooming allegations. Anyway, guys, next up we have got is Jessica Plummer here. Jessica Plummer, Caroline Wilbers. Hello, Caroline. You're all probably going to know about Harvey Wilbers because it's been on the news really recently. So this is Caroline, Harvey's mum.
Hiya, thanks for having me today. I'm new to all this because our Harvey were a school avoider. He were a good kid, he were a cheeky chappy, loads of friends, but he were reluctant to go to school. And we had 18 months of trying to get him to school, and then on the 3rd of February this year, Harvey decided on his own back to go to school. And he didn't make dinner time. He got stabbed to death twice in the heart in this school playground. The murderer, who was also 15, same age as our Harvey, got sentenced for 16 years this week. So one of the things that I'm trying to do is to get knife archers in all schools. And then I think how it all has to be is people like us that have been affected going into schools and educating children of the pure devastation of what knife crime brings, because before all this I always thought it was gang culture, and it's not. Our Harvey weren't in a gang, he went to school and he didn't come home. And there's not been any winners here. The murderer has gone, he's ruined his life, and our Harvey's not here anymore. Both of them aged 15. So that's what I want, and I've never done anything like this before, so I just thought I'd tell you the story of our Harvey. So thank you again for having me.
Well done, Caroline. Yeah, that's
So that was recently on the news where the judge ordered
it's a bit of a harrowing time for their family.
say the boy's name. The boy was 15. But it just
I know it's a harrowing time for everyone, the rest of their lives are, but it's hard for me to do these events because I feel everyone's pain, and I'm sure everyone here feels people's pain, you know, but I have to feel everyone's pain, and it's a lot mentally. So when I started being in our saves lives, we ran for a good while, and then I had to quit for a while because it was just too much for me mentally. So I went and travelled the world for 2-3 years. And I got back about, 2-3 months ago, and travelling the world just made me realise what CUNTs this country's taking us for. Yeah, and I'm not talking about, like, how can I go to Albania or Estonia and these places are safer than England? How does this happen? You know, why is there no education in our schools in regards to safety and knife crime and stuff? We're still getting fake history in schools. Why do charities have to get knife archers in schools and bleed kits everywhere? Why are we left to do it when that's what we're let these people to do? But they're not doing anything. They completely ignore knife crime. Now, when I spoke to the lady from ITV earlier, she's asking me, what are they failing on? They're failing on everything. They don't do anything. I could not tell you one scheme that they do with making the community safer. Yeah, all they're doing is making them more dangerous by taking away the police, and it's just a free-for-all on the streets, you know. So we really need we need to keep screaming and holding these events. Anyone's got an event, please invite me. I will come along and talk and do my normal talk instead of just blabbing on like I am now. But I'll do my normal talk. But we have to keep at it. There's a lot of you that feel like giving up, but please don't give up. We're all together. Never give up, yeah? We're going to keep at this, and I promise you I'm not going anywhere. My health's pretty bad, but I can still get a cab and make it to an event, you know, and do what I've got to do, yeah? Right, so, next up, guys. Paper's getting all wet. I seem to be missing a couple of people, but Amash Kwazi. Is Amash here? No. In that case, we are going to get on. Is there anyone else that wants to speak? Is there anyone that's not down and speaking? Step up. I want to know about Steve-O here, because I don't know anything about Steve-O, so I really want to know.
Hi everyone, please bear with me because I wasn't actually planning on speaking today. Thank you CJ for holding it. Me and CJ just started talking about a month ago, didn't we? Unfortunately, my name's Georgie Morrison, by the way. This is my cousin, but he's more like my brother, who's only 3 months apart in age. We grew up together. I think what I'd like to share on today is, although we are here for political reasons, because Sadiq Khan has got black blood on his hands, he is not doing nothing for anyone. My story is, unfortunately, I am someone who knows 2 people that unfortunately passed away from knife crime. I am friend and colleague of Ricky Hayden. His mum spoke, Suzanne Hedges spoke today. We lost him in 2016. And then, unfortunately, 4 years later, I lost my Steve-O in 2020. And I just want to say thank you, Sue, because you was one of the first people that contacted me when I lost my Steve. And it meant a lot, because I know you know what me and my family are going through, because we've all been through it together. I was there when Ricky died, and unfortunately, I was there when Steve died. Although we go through political stuff and everything else, I think the one big thing that we're here for today is to make awareness of knife crime and the effects it causes on families. And there's one thing that we want to share is that we want to teach people what knife crime is and the consequences of what knife crime causes everyone. I do not want another family member, although I know it's more likely going to happen because the way things are, but I do not want another family member to get that phone call, which we know or hear, that phone call that you get when you're being told. I remember exactly where I was and what I was doing when I got the phone call that Ricky died. I was driving back from Alton Towers on a motorway when my ex rang me and said that Ricky was in hospital, he'd been stabbed and his leg had been amputated, and we was all waiting for the outcome of what had happened. And that feeling, it's like a drain that goes from your head to your feet of fear, worry and anger. And then 4 years later, I had that exact same feeling when I got the phone call that my Steve-O had been stabbed. And that same feeling went through my body, from my head to my toes, that drain of fear, worry and anger. And I was literally 30 seconds away from driving into London Hospital when my uncle rang me and said he'd gone. And it was in the middle of COVID and we couldn't even go in and see him or anything. So for me, today is a big part of just making awareness and making people realise that consequences come from knife crime. If you carry a knife, there's a consequence, and you need to take responsibility for that. And I think our government are not taking responsibility of making it aware of the outcome, and there needs to be harsher punishment for carrying a knife. If you are carrying, you're carrying for a reason. There's no manslaughter to me. That is murder. If you're carrying a knife, it is murder. So thank you to everyone that's here today in the pouring rain, because for me, the more we shout about it, maybe some people will hear. And I just hope that no other family, in the future, one day there'll be no consequences and no phone calls and no more worry. But please keep sharing your posts, keep shouting their names. Please make sure that they're not forgotten, and that anyone else in the future. Let's just make it the best way that we can and be one family and support each other and all stand together in the future, please. Thank you.
Can you hear that, Mr. Khan? We're not going anywhere.
Well done, well done, well done. Yeah, I met Georgina online a few weeks ago because we have a mutual friend who wanted to help out. So I'll let you know more about that a bit later. Is there anybody wants to speak? Oh, sorry, we've got Jackie here. She is actually going to be doing a demonstration. Have you got Shaggy with you? Oh no, she's not going to be doing a demonstration. She hasn't got Shaggy with her. So she. Are you coming? Do you want to speak?
Yeah, but I want Susan to speak first.
Come on, Susan. You can come up together if you want.
Hello. Hi everyone. My name is Susan. I was not planning on talking today, but 11th of June 2021, my life changed, and basically I got a call. My son had gone to school, and he had just started a new school maybe 6 months beforehand, and the school kept saying, oh, he's getting to school late. It was quite far. So I kept telling him, get to school on time, get to school on time. So this particular morning, when I woke up, he was already gone. So I was like, yep, he listened. A few hours later, I get a call. The school said, you better get to the school quick. Something's happened to your son. So I said, how? School hasn't even started yet. This don't make no sense. But anyway, I jumped in the car, we got down to the school. By the time we got to the school, the teacher said, are you Jalan's mum? I said, yeah. She took my hand and she started running. And my heart started beating. And by the time I got down the road, I saw the red tent. My son was already dead. I didn't say goodbye. I hadn't even said goodbye. So that day, I sat and watched it play like it was a film. People running around, doing all kind of things. I'm just watching it play out. It's like I wasn't even there. And then it reached how many hours later, they took his body up, they drove it off, and I was left standing there and I was like, what am I actually supposed to be doing now? Like, am I supposed to go home without my son? Like, what is this? So my friends that came, family that came, we all stood together, we prayed. But I still had to go home without my son. He had a little sister. She was around 10 that time. And I think that was the worst feeling of having to call, sit my daughter down and explain her brother ain't coming back. He just went to school. How do you tell children to go to school, be on time, and then they don't come back? He didn't come back. That little girl had to deal with that. And the thing is, the joke is my phone died. My phone died. So by the time I got home and I put the phone on, I'm seeing rest in peace, rest in... I'm like, how does everyone know this? People were filming it online. It was online. By the time I got home, everyone had seen it. My son dying.
what's broken my heart is when I went to court, I thought, you know, there's so much CCTV, there's all the cameras, people were filming, everyone saw everything. This boy is gonna get in so much trouble. The day of the sentencing, there was so much police in the place, and I was thinking, a serial killer must be here. I didn't even think that they were here for me, because they knew by the time they told me this boy was actually gonna get, I would lose my mind. He wasn't gonna get much time. It wasn't murder. It was, what do you call it? Manslaughter. But you saw him get, this little boy that killed my son had ordered 12 Rambo knives offline. He distinguished them in different parts. He didn't even know my son like that. But he killed my son, and then he went to school. After he killed my son, the boy went to school. And it's only because all the children had filmed it. By the time he got to school, the police were like, let's go. But this is the mentality of people. They're not right. And then I go to court and the people are saying to me and my family, do not give them dirty looks. Do not look at that boy. The only person that can cry in that courtroom is the mum. If anyone makes any noise, they have to get out. That's how they treated me and my family. Right? And that boy that did it, he was sleeping in court. They kept asking him, are you all right? Do you want a rest? Do you need a cup of tea? Do you want a coffee? Do you want a break? I didn't get none of that. And so after that day, you know when they say it breaks families? Losing someone can break families. And I tell you, after that, it's just been drama for my daughter. A week later, it was my daughter's birthday. How do you go from, I've lost a child, to, oh my God, I've got to celebrate this child's life, when part of you is dead? Part of me died that day. I saw my son on the floor. That was me. I died with him. Piece of me died with him. So when people see me sometimes laughing and joking, trust me, it's an everyday battle. I have to say to myself, come on, Sue, you got this today. You've got this today. And I have to think of things to keep myself busy, because if I don't, I will lose my head, I will lose my hairline, and no one will be there to support me. And I've got a child now. I have to be alive for too and tell her, even though part of you's gone, you must still survive. So it's difficult living in this world when you're half alive and you're half dead. Something needs to be done. And every time I look on the news, another child, it breaks my heart, because I feel what these people are going to go through, and it's not nice. It's not a nice feeling to be here. And in a way, it's mad, because my son has brought me all these people into my life, and it's like, I didn't want this, but I have to be here. A lot of people are like, why are you going to this? Why are you doing this to yourself? Like, why put yourself in this position if it keeps making you sad? But if I don't, then what is the point of it? What is the point of my son? And he was everything to me. You lot, thank you.
Thank you.
Well done, Stephen. Oh my God, I'm not going to say anything after. Oh gosh, everyone's speeches have just made me cry. So, anyway, good afternoon. Thank God this rain's finally stopped. My name is Samina Khalid, and I'm the mum of Cameron Khalid, who unfortunately life was taken away in 2021, just after COVID. And I don't know what to say. You don't have to be involved in a gang. Doesn't have to be county lines, which is why I've said to Boris Johnson at the I can't even say it, Boris Johnson. He says, oh, you'll do more for county lines, but as many people have said, you don't have to be in that life to actually fight for your life, for your child's life to be taken. And it was road rage. That's what it is. You see young kids today, you see guys saying, oh, I'm not letting you in front of me. Well, they all learn to be a bit angry, but unfortunately, instead of getting out and maybe
slashing someone's tyre or maybe getting out and having a punch up, they're carrying knives. And unfortunately, the 3 boys that killed my son, they actually went home and collected a knife. So it went from manslaughter to murder. And one boy was as young as 15, 18, and the eldest was married with three children and only 24 years old. And but yeah, all the shenanigans that go on the court is absolutely ridiculous. I mean, it was during COVID, so obviously I was limited of how many people can come into court. I don't even know what to say. But yeah, just the other family, I've just got no shame either. Your child has just taken my son's life. And then when the doctor comes out and says your son was stabbed or was injured 42 times in less than 3 minutes, I'm thinking, hold on a minute, that's definitely not one person. Because if I just count the number, 1, 2, 3, 4, I'm exhausted even just counting it. How is somebody doing that? That is a psycho, that is frenzy. And those kids, because I'm calling them kids, need to, and luckily they're inside, because they can't be walking on the streets. It's not safe for anybody to be walking around if you can actually just do that to someone because you don't like the way they drove. And that's what it is, it's ego. It's big egos, it's pride. And that's why actually, my son's name was he still is, Cameron Yusuf Khalid, and somebody said, keep your cool. And I went, yeah, that's what my son is. That's keep your cool. And we called it the KYK project. So we thought, you know what, kids need to keep your cool, because like somebody just said, like, otherwise you're going to be facing the consequences for the rest of your life. You're either going to be 6 foot under or you're going to be serving life in prison. And I said that the 15-year-old, he's not doing his GCSEs. He's not having his mum's dinner. So I actually, I've got to meet some of the other mums here, and Susan as well from other events, and they've just been nothing but support. So it's nice to see so many other mums coming together. I'd love to meet up and say hello to you, and I'm really sorry for your loss as well, especially when it's so recent and hard. And they say time is a healer. It's been 4 years, it's still not healing. I'm still don't even know what the time date. In fact, it was the 28th of October, which is the anniversary coming up. So I wasn't even sure if I was coming, because it's only 3 days till the anniversary, and I'm like yourself, Sue, I'm just here. And when it happened, I didn't get the knock from the police. I got a knock from my son's friend, and I'm eternally grateful that he had to put his own feelings to one side to knock on my door and be that brave young man. And he said, Auntie, you need to come with me. I said, what do you mean, come with you? Where am I going? I thought I'm going to hospital. Because that's what my oldest son told me, is his mum. Because obviously he just knew I wouldn't even leave the house if I get... Anyway, little did I know that I was driving to my son's murder scene. The tent was already there. And I said to the police officer, where's my son? They said, oh, we just want to check some things out with you. I said, check what? He says, we think we've got your son. I said, listen, until I see my son, I'm not going to believe. And I said, and then they said, you will see your son. They will see you in the mortuary. I said, hold on a minute. I didn't carry my son for 9 months to see my son in a freezer. I said, I want to see him. Obviously, emotions were high, and I just was like, I need to somehow jump over that tape, get somehow close to my son, because they wouldn't allow me to see. And of course then, whoever's been in that pain, the police ask you, how do we know he's your son? What do you want, a DNA test now? What do you want? So I had to now give him my ID to just prove that he's my son. How ridiculous is that? Then the police officer says, I said, listen, all I want to do is to see my son. Just let me go in that white tent. I don't care. I want to see what my son. First of all, I want to know it's my son. Because my son always told me he's coming home. Don't worry, Mum. Don't worry, Mum. I'm coming home to you. He always used to say that to me. So I don't believe that my son's there. They must have got mistaken identity. Anyway, and you know what the police officer says to me? oh, you seem a bit educated. Maybe we'll let you in. Educated? I said to my daughter was next to her and I said, we're not getting into that right now. We got a mission. Put the hazmat on. Obviously, if you wear a long dress, you know, you look like... I said, make sure it's an extra, extra large. And I went in, and there my son was in the tent. And the police officers holding my arm, and I said, you don't need to hold my hand. And then I saw my son, and they asked you that horrible question. Is he your son? I wish I could say it wasn't my son. I just only wish that I could say, no, it's not my son. You've got it wrong. It was my son. And I already saw the scar on his forehead.
Like,
Do you know what I saw? Even though they had covered him up from neck down, because like I said, it was 42 injuries. The amount of blood, he was still sitting in a pool of blood that they couldn't even cover up. And I'm like, why is there so much blood? Obviously at that time I didn't know it's 42, because I thought nobody does 42. People do about 6 or 1, you know, not 20 or 42. So why is there so much blood? So anyway, I don't wish any mum to actually having to identify their child body, especially when somebody else decides to play God and decides to take their life away. Because it is. If they haven't lost their lives, somebody's actually gone and taken their lives. And that's why I'm standing here in the cold. Because when I was waiting to see my son, I waited 12 hours in the cold. And people said, here's a blanket. I don't feel the cold. We don't feel the cold. We don't feel the rain. When you are feeling the pain of losing your child, you don't feel nothing. But anyway, thank you, CJ, for an amazing event. Lovely to speak to you in front of you. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, ladies. Amazing. Yeah, I just want to touch on something that these ladies said. Can I just have a show of hands? How many people here, their loved ones murderer was convicted of murder? Just please put your hands up if they was convicted of actual murder. Now can you put up your hands if they was actually convicted of manslaughter? Okay. Now, I'm just going to tell you about Joseph Cullimore. Lived in Chingford. He was 46 years old, if I remember rightly. He was in his flat. There was a 16-year-old boy. I don't know what the argument started or anything, but the 16-year-old boy knocked Joseph out. And whilst Joseph was knocked out, he then decided to stab him 9 times. The killer was 16 years old. So straight away they're giving him a stupid sentence. And then, even though the guy is knocked out on the floor and then being stabbed 9 times, he only got convicted of manslaughter. Yeah, so the killer actually received 6 years. Yeah, 6 years. And he was out in 3 years, yeah? And then he stabbed someone else, you know? And this is because of these guys and because of our government, yeah? It's not because of the 16-year-old killer. I don't even blame him. I blame the government, I blame the education system, and I blame Sadiq Khan, and I blame them all, yeah? Because they do nothing. But, so, anyway, let's get on with it. We've got ex-gangster Chris Lambiano. He's not a gangster anymore, so don't worry yourselves, guys. You're not going to get shot. Chris is pretty much renowned for the help that he gives to families and people who have been affected by knife crime. If it wasn't for Chris, we wouldn't be here today. It was him that made me get off my butt and put this together, yeah? So thank you, Chris.
Hello, right, you can hear me. Now, I've just met a friend that I've not seen for an awful long time. And together we went into Dartmoor Prison and with Holy Trinity Brompton. And 20 people got baptised, full immersion. Amen. Wonderful, wonderful things to do. Now, I tried to bring this together, but really what I really wanted, I wanted the service at Westminster Abbey, and I got in touch with the deacon there, and he said, I'm very sorry, but we can't let you have it because we'd lose money on the door. Not only that, he said we'd have to get marshals, and we'd have to pay for heating. And I sent a message, well, I said, Jesus didn't say that. Come unto me, all you heavy laden. Mm-hmm. And I'll give you rest. So that hurt deeply. But anyway, I didn't give up. I went to St Paul's and tried to contact Bishop O'Malley, who is now the Archbishop of Canterbury. I got the runaround. They were pretty decent people, a team, but I never got to talk to her. She didn't ignore me altogether. I don't know why these people are in these positions. The homeless should be sleeping on benches in churches. They're sending no message out. It's all about money, and Jesus, if he was here, he'd turn the tables over. So, having tried it very hard to get things working, I passed it on to Francesca, who's a lovely, lovely lady. And she said, Chris, forget about them people up there. Go to the people on the floor. Go to the people, the real people that count. And she passed it on to Courtney, and Courtney did run with it. And that's why we're here today, and God bless him for it. Now, my story is, I got done for murder. I didn't touch anybody. I didn't plan on doing it or anything else like that. Just went along to a party, and there was a man there who had lost his wife. His wife had become a mess, and he got into a fight with somebody, and the man died. And then he ran away, and he left people to clean up. Decent people. One of them men was an ex-Marine, really nice man. So I wouldn't help the police, because coming from my background, he didn't do it. And he said, Liberty gave me every opportunity to walk out of there. Said, neither none of you or none of your family will go down. But I've been brought up in a code, and I say I don't know what's happened. I don't know anything about it. And I sat in the dock of the Old Bailey, longest murder trial in criminal history, and I got 15 years, my brother got 15, good friends got 20. They just wanted certain people out of the way, and we all got caught up in it. But I spent 15 years in prison. Everything I ever did wrong in my life, I paid for. But one night, I just thought, I've got to beat the system. And I struggled with it. And I thought, I've got to justify doing this time. You know, my parents, they're in prison because they've got to come up and see me in prison, sit there, be part of all that. What a mess to take a family into. Your mother, your brothers, your sisters, your dad, they're coming through that gate, they've got to be searched and everything. Total humiliation. That is what you're doing when you pick a knife up and take it and do something on a moment of madness. You've got to pay for it with untold years. Said, boy, yesterday got 40 years. He's going to cry. He's going to know what real pain is. He's got to be stripped like an onion, and they're going to get in there, and he's going to hurt like nothing on earth. Believe me, none of them are going to get away from it. I saw big men cry because their wives had come up on visits and they'd be walking away, their children. So it's never an easy road. But you know, I came to admire a man. And the man I admire, his mother really knew what it was about. She saw there, they crucified him. They stuck a spear in his side. They crowned him with thorns. He's my friend. He's my brother. And I thank God for him. Because he knows everything you're feeling. He knows your pain. And I'm telling you, it's not out there, he's in you. He's in you. He loves you like nothing on earth. Can we just give each other a cuddle? Come on. Come on. Come on. Give each other something.
Something.
Wow. Don't be shy. Please.
Let's come up, stand behind you.
Powerful message there, people. Very powerful message.
all the people who've lost sons and daughters through knife crime go and hug Chris Lambriani, because this project started from him. Like, share, subscribe, hit the phone notification on.
And I just found it very difficult to take, to lose somebody. But at least I found myself. And I think my dad might like me today. But he said to me one day, what was it? He said, Chrissy, you broke my hand. I said, oh, I've never hurt you for the world, Dad. He said, you're in prison, your brother Tony's in prison, your brother Nicky's in prison. We did break his hand, but he loved us all the same. I know what love is. And love isn't looking into each other's eyes, it's looking in the same direction. Let's get together. Let's do something. Let's shame that man in there who won't listen, who won't reach out. He's too busy with other things. Well, God ain't too busy. He's got a list of things and he'll deal with it. God bless you all and thank you for listening.
God bless. God bless.
Amen.
God bless.
Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for CJ, and thank you for you, Chris, because you're the reason why I'm here today. So Chris and I have been speaking a long time about how to approach certain people within knife crime, and how to, like Chris was saying, he went to the deacon, he went to the archbishop and everybody else, and unfortunately he was rejected. So I looked at it from a slightly different perspective, and how we can make a difference as a collective in order to approach a problem before it becomes a problem. So we've heard some harrowing stories of everyone who's lost and been affected by knife crime. So I've made a few notes, so you'll have to bear with me because I'm a little bit blind. But this is a possible way that we might be able to know somebody who can help us in order to connect with the younger people before it happens. So I'll read out a few notes just to give you an idea of roughly where I feel we might be able to push this to the next stage or level. So we spoke a lot about social media, and obviously all of these younger people, it's all on social media, like this lady said over wherever she is, who her son was advertised through death on social media, and it was known to the public before anybody else even knew about it, which is horrific, before you even come to terms with yourself. So this is one of the things that we need in order to use. It's a freebie. It's a freebie in order to create awareness. This is create awareness. Everyone's got their phones and their cameras in order to put this on social media, which is a great way of doing things. So it's talking to the younger generation in a way in which they understand, which is social media. And basically, here's a number of things we can start to do. I spoke about trying to create something in the community, their individual communities, everyone's in different areas, maybe using a wall. Everybody knows somebody who's got a business, everyone knows somebody who's got an area where we could get an artist involved. That artist, we can link that image or that whatever it is we create through some friends of mine to either a charity, a video, a hard-hitting image, a story, one of you parents' stories of your lost ones, in order to hopefully stop the next thing from happening. This is a really good way of creating whatever it is we decide we need to hit home hard against these individuals that are in these bigger places. So, education gatekeepers, head teachers. These are the people that make the decision of what happens in school. Nobody else. So if we know anybody that we can approach in order to speak to these individuals, these are the people that we need to speak to. It's all very well us telling your stories of your heartache, but these stories are only heard by those who want to hear it. So we need to go to the first people before these stories are created in order to get into the younger generation's mind, in order to help influence them, because social media is influencing. Designated safeguarding leads. Every school has a designated safeguarding person in place, which deals with students' welfare, bullying, crime prevention and everything else involved. So again, if anybody
out there listening or watching this is a safeguarding lead or who knows somebody who can help us get involved with these individuals, this is a good direction for us to go. Personal, social, health and economic educational leads. Again, we're reaching out to those people. These are people which have organised talks, topics like crime prevention, mental health, drugs. These are all representatives
Thanks for
of
the update, Mary.
people and places we need to get involved with to make a difference. Community, government connections, local councillors and MPs, we all know that sometimes you get good and you get bad in all of this. That's the way life is, but we have to keep trying. They often support the community's safety initiative and into the schools, which is again where we need to start, I think, is what we discussed, Chris. Practical next steps. Create a campaign pack. So I'm going to try and put this together with you, Chris. We've discussed this. We want to put a campaign pack together in order to approach these individuals, in order to get into the schools and hopefully try and make a little bit of an in-way with the right people, because unfortunately there's no authority anymore in these places, and they're not allowed authority either. So if we can just try and get in with the younger people with these, then it would be wonderful. It'd be nice if we could start a pilot talk, which we said once we get moving on this, we're going to try and get into at least some affected areas or possible affected areas in order to give us some kudos with how it works and how well it's taken on with students and teachers and parents, and get everyone involved. And again, along with the art, if we can help teach the children on how to create a nice, I don't know, whatever it is, graffiti artist image in an area in their community, and get everyone involved, and you get the community involved, students involved, and obviously it gives a sense of community amongst the younger people, because everyone's looking to be connected into something. And obviously with social media, it allows us to promote that, and it's something they can be proud of, opposed to being proud of carrying something sharp which is going to kill somebody, or if not ruin their life, somebody else's life as well. So basically that's kind of where Chris and I have had a number of discussions we'd like to go. If anybody sees any of this today and basically can help us, please get in touch with Chris or CJ or anyone else. Yeah, and also start your own thing. You're more than welcome to come to us, and we'll help you, try and guide you in a way. It's something that we're trying to explore. We're not educated in it, but we're going to explore it to as depth as we can, and hopefully, fingers crossed, we can do something. So I just want to, if everyone could just give a big round of applause to CJ, please, and everyone else that has helped us today, and obviously my wonderful friend Chris. I love you, my man.
You see, the problem is today, I've raised money with other people, but I get kids into boxing clubs and different things, and the reason I do it, because a lot of people can't afford to send their children to gyms and boxing clubs. In fact, my friend Ricky Collins here drove us all the way up to Liverpool to Anfield Boxing Club, and we took 2,500, didn't we? And I've got photographs of the mums and the dads and everything, and the children. It's absolutely wonderful. But you see, a lot of children today, we live in a throwaway society. We chuck everything away. We chuck away the rubbish in the bin. We chuck away our relationships. We chuck away anything we can just throw out and get something better. There is nothing better. What you've got is the best. You can make it work, but you've got to put shift in. And that's the problem. But the fact is, it's not the mum and dad who fall out. It's the children. They've got to take sides. And in the end, they're away from it all. And they don't belong. And so they find somewhere they can actually go, and it's always with the wrong people. I'm afraid, county lines and all that kind of thing. Give them a few quid, they'll run their backside off for them. No, let me tell you, they're destroying them. And the kids sitting at a computer table or a gaming machine kills 20, 30 people a night. It's just crazy. We live in this crazy, crazy world, and we've taken God right out of it. Well, let me tell you, God wants to bless people, but you've got to allow him in. I'll stand at the door and knock. If you open the door, I'll come in. And, physician, one of the greatest things that they do say, if you see a wise man, kill him. You understand? There's loads of them. They've all gone. And they did so much for the world, and they left a legacy. Well, you ladies are going home with your heartbreak and pain. I'm not going to tell you it's going to go away, but I'll tell you what, don't stop loving. Love your family, love those you've got around you, and if you've got children, treat them extra special. Don't fall out. You can still love each other if you're, you know, just if you communication, you're doing it for the children, you brought them in the world, they were a gift, a present. Chuck them away. You know, you've not been chucked away or anything else. God bless you all. Thank you.
Company, when comes up. Can I just say a few words? I'm also on the same company there. I started off in company back when he first started. He was on his own. I think he's done a brilliant job. Because of what he's done, we've met a lot of people and a lot of families from all over the country. And my heart goes through to all of you. I experienced life by myself. I'm not really going to talk about that because my family don't want me to talk about it. But every single person that's here and everybody throughout the whole of the country that's suffering like you people are suffering, my heart goes out to all of you, alright? Company?
No.
Thank you guys. Now, the presence of the session, I just want to let you know about something. I'm going to tell you some stories here, mate, tonight. This is for London, though, yeah?
Sounds pretty short, mate.
What I do is I try and live stream it. Get a message out there. So, you know, to tell you about...
Oh, sorry, love. He's the real G round here.
This is a planet I've got.
How you doing? You alright?
Did you want me? Yeah.
Need to have one of these, yeah? Now, these are called 5 gel sprays. Yeah, and if you get this on you, it's like an ink.
Are you on mute? No, I am. So you're not staying for that exposure?
No matter what happens, they will get nicked and they will get caught. Brilliant thing to have.
Yeah,
if anybody wants one for their personal use,
it's supposed to be 4, isn't it? I'm going to fuck off about half 2.
The code on here and you can buy them. Alright. Want to do an advert for us, go on?
Do you know what?
These are brilliant.
It's good.
It's positive.
Mace or anything.
That don't matter though, bro, does it? You know what I mean?
No, it's what it is, isn't it?
As I say, it's the trajectory of where you know what I mean? It's
Is there anybody else that wants to talk? There's a couple more people that asked me to talk.
Hey mate, you want to talk to me?
No.
This is another new person who's never spoken before, so...
All I do is I go, I get things to get up with shit, I don't now. Praise Jesus. Mel Mason, out to everyone watching the stream earlier. Yeah, I am back now. I didn't want to say anything because I want people some stories and stuff going on. So, out to Maxine, out to you, Mel, out to everyone else watching the stream. I just quickly cut it off. I'm going to be here for about another half hour. I don't know whether 2Up2down you're going to be here, bro. You're staying here for the for the revelation.
Possibly, yeah, but I don't know. I'm getting itchy feet.
Oh, well, you want to go to her?
No, no, I ain't gonna do. I don't think so.
What did you think for what though?
I don't like standing in one position for too long.
Oh, right, yeah.
But it's powerful, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, earlier on.
Especially when that bird who was crying.
Yeah, I know, she couldn't even get it out. Yeah, it's a really emotional.
Brought tears to my eyes.
Yeah, I've just come away from it because there's a lot of women want to get around there, so I've just come away from it and let them do their thing.
Yeah, of course. Thanks for coming, guys. Hit the
Hello,
like,
Julie. Yeah,
share,
hello, Mel.
subscribe.
Hello, everyone on the stream. Yeah, very emotional. Very, very emotional. I'm going to stay in for about another hour.
Mate, hold that a second, mate, while I put my tails on. Hey.
Double gimbaled up.
What are you doing later?
Fuck all, what are you doing? I've only got to be gone an hour.
Yeah?
Yeah. I've just got. Well,
yeah, you do. You got to
No, but I'll only be an hour.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I'm going to go after. I don't know yet.
Oh, where do you think you're going?
No, just have a little creep about, but I don't know. Depends how I feel.
So let me know, man.
Days long,
I'm
innit?
up for it, or tonight, or whatever. I'm about. All right, Jane, Sammy.
Oh, you
Sam said hello, but
exactly, Sam. How you doing? You alright?
Make Canning Town great again, eh? That's a Pat Tucker. Yeah, I got your message earlier on. Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about there, bro. I know exactly what you're talking about in that one, mate. Big up Pat Tucker. Big up. Some emotional stories earlier on. Yeah, well, I've just had to come away from it a little bit because I'm a little bit of a softie like that, but can't help it. But we're going to be here for about another half an hour and then we're going to mooch off. But there will be a massive revelation coming about first.
They closed that case. I asked them to reopen it, they did. Second referral was to social services. He got assigned a long-term social worker who I've never met. And in my grief, I'm very angry. I'm angry because the perpetrators get to have a life regardless of what that looks like. And I no longer have my son here. 3 perpetrators who didn't know him approached him to G-check him. 2 approached him to G-check him. The person that drove them there, knowing that they were armed, he got found not guilty. So he got to go home to his family. But what stands out to me more than anything is that he drove them there knowing they were armed. He provided them a lookout spot before they committed the act. He provided them a change of clothes. He gave them somewhere to hide from the police until the coast was clear for them to leave the scene. And he got found not guilty. The main perpetrator, at the time of committing the act, he was 17 years old. And I know a lot of people might not go to these trials, but for me, I found that in going, I found out so much more about this individual. He's done this before. The same local authority I went to because my son's behaviour changed for help is the same local authority, Royal Borough of Greenwich, that should have been supervising him because he'd stabbed 2 people before. He was unlicensed at the time of taking my son's life. My son did have a knife on him. And I've also come to learn that with a lot of the things that our children face, some are walking with knives to protect themselves, which is not a good thing. And I've asked myself the question, why are they not safe, confident and secure enough to approach the adults in their life, whoever they may be? In my son's passing, as I said, I accepted the referral to social services and I asked them for the assessment. And in reading that, the level of affiliation that my son was exposed to, I didn't find that out until after his passing. So the first few sentences were,
His associates are known for knives, violence, and drugs. No one shared that information with me, despite me being open, candid, letting them in my home and sharing absolutely everything with them. My son's been arrested twice. On both occasions, I found stuff in his room and I said, they can't stay in my house. You need to bring them back to whoever you're holding them for, because that's what he told me he was doing. In returning, on the first occasion, in returning those items, he got arrested. And I went to the police station. And as I stood there, I thought to myself, this boy's fought so hard to be in this position. So to teach him a lesson, I think you guys should keep him. And I left. They returned him home. On the second occasion, he said to me, Mum, my friends are going to fight. And I'm going to defuse the situation because that's the person he was. And in going to defuse that, I begged him not to. And he left. And in defusing that situation, one of the boys turned up with a knife. And he took the knife from the boy. And as the police arrived, he was the one that they saw disposing of that knife. And he got arrested. But that knife that he had on him that day belonged to someone whose fingerprint was found on the knife on the day in question that my son lost his life. That person was arrested for perverting the course of justice, but then later released, no further action. Now for me, there needs to be, for me more than anything, I need accountability. Because I've had the local MP of that borough sat around my dining table and I've given them the address of a trap house. Because my son's location was on. And you know what she said to me? Mum, the police are already aware of it. They were just waiting to catch the bigger person. So they're aware of the people that are grooming our children. And if your child's being bullied, they're aware of the people that's bullying them as to why they feel the need to walk with a knife. They're aware of everything. But for me, and they would have to explain it to me in other words, there is a thing called the VRU funding. And for me, I feel as though they need these things to happen so that the local authorities can get that funding. The grassroots organisations like CJ's, and when my son was acting up, I also reached out to Project Lifeline. They're not here yet. They don't help those organisations for change. They put the funds in the pockets of their friends, and it doesn't trickle down to helping the local community and helping our children. So they won't help us. So we all need to come together and help each other. We all have a duty of care as human beings to stand up, speak up, and fight for change. I didn't prepare this talk, but I hope the message gets out there because we can't rely on them. We cannot rely on them to make the change. Anyone else wants to speak?
I don't do a lot of public speaking. My name's Kayla. I lost my brother when I was 19. I was the one that found out. I was the one that was told my brother had passed away. And all the mums that have spoken today really made me think, you lot have gone through so much in your life, and nobody should have to go through that. But everybody else is suffering as well. The sisters, the brothers. I shouldn't have had to lose my brother at 19. My sister shouldn't have had to lose her brother at 4. People, I'm not going to sit here and say my brother was innocent, because he was far from innocent, but my brother had a good heart. The reason he ended up in the situation he was in was because he wanted to protect his friend. But not everyone has the same intentions, and it ended up in him losing his life. But I know at the end of the day, my brother left in a good heart. He went protecting his friend. And although he may have lost his life, and I can stand here today and see all of these people sitting here and standing here, sorry. There were so many people when my brother died, and nobody has spoken up. My brother's killers walk, go home to their parents, live their lives, while my family has to sit here and hold the weight of knowing my brother wasn't going to come home, their cousin wasn't going to come home. Nobody should have to stand with that weight. It's not right. Knowing that the government is failing us time and time and time again, seeing children die younger and younger, watching kids 13 with knives, women, girls, everybody's dying. It's not right. But the government will just stand here and let it happen, while we have to stand here and show them that it's not right, while we stand here and tell them that enough is enough. We have to stand here and protect the people that are still here, for all of those people that have dropped. I don't do a lot of public speaking, but thank you for listening.
I came here today with my wife. My stepson was murdered 4 years ago. Nicky Van dead. And as I walked across here, I saw the crowd. There's not enough people. It's ridiculous. Yeah? On the way up in the car, I heard another boy, I think it was South London, was stabbed today. It's ridiculous. This crowd needs to be, I don't know, man. There's supposed to be a lot more people here. This is on the news. Every other week someone's dying. Some kid's dying somewhere. You know, when it happened to us, I didn't know what to do. No, it's like everybody else. You don't know what to do. You think you're going to make a stand, and then you just see the system is so corrupt. You know, they're not helping anyone. More kids are dying, more kids are dying. But I tell you what, we need to make a stand. There's not even enough black men here today with their sons. No, I can't see many. We need to make a stand about this. It's no good sitting there talking about it and not doing nothing. You know, we have to make a stand, and we've got to get this thing sorted out once and for all. And believe you me, exactly. We lost too much getting lost. Don't matter what colour we are, we all come together. We're all... Exactly. Exactly. It doesn't matter what colour. Kids are dying out there. It's a human race. Kids are dying. And believe you me, from today I've come here and I'm gonna do something as well, you know. And I'm gonna say this right now, for everybody here who's lost their child, we know we should be burying our children. You people are strong, yeah? Each of you that's come up today, every one of you are strong. Because what you go through, believe you me, I don't know how you cope. I don't know how my wife got through it. But you're strong. You're strong. And remember that. With that strength that you've got, let's deal with this, yeah? Let's deal with this. Exactly. Thank you.
My name is Alfie. I don't usually do speeches, but I've came here today with my nonna and two of my aunties, one of my best mates. My granddad, he was 40. Never think it would happen in your life, but I got the call at like 3:47 a.m. and my youngest auntie, Ruby over there, she called me and she goes, Cookie's died. I started laughing, taking it as a joke because I didn't think it would happen in the family, or anyone's family if you think of it. But then she started crying down the phone and I believed it, and it just broke me into pieces. And ever since that day, I've just not been myself. I don't know. It's just cost a lot. People's families suffering over knife crime. Obviously, I wish my other auntie, Olivia, was here, but it's destroyed her. It's destroyed a lot of families, and we need to stand up for it. Like, I'm here for my nana, mostly, because she's all by herself. The day I met her, she was like, this is obviously my granddad, and obviously he's been with me throughout my whole life until the 30th. And then my dad, he left when I was 5 and moved to Kirkby. My stepdad, I love him to pieces, but he's been in and out of my life. My granddad was the only one that was with me until his death. We need to fight this crime all together, put our hands up and just stick together. Thank you.
Well done.
Anybody else wants to speak? Courtney's doing an interview at the minute. Okay. 1 second. What's your name, Jim?
Hi everybody, thank you for coming everybody. I know it's cold and all that out here, but I really appreciate you guys coming. My nephew was killed in 2018. His partner, it was a partner of 10 years. She decided to get with a gang member of 16. She was 28, he was 32, 33. And she decided to put a hunting knife through his voice box while he slept. Little girl next door, 6 years old, woke up to 40 police officers in her bedroom and had to be taken down the stairs with a cover over her head. She got with a gang member. I tried to get him in court. They said that he was too young and he was traumatized. Yeah. So there's no justice. We know there's no justice. I can't even say this man's name. Yeah, it makes me sick. I'm sorry for all your losses, and I mean that from the heart. And I was county line ganged as well, me and my family, at the age of 63. I'm 66. And at 63 we were county line ganged, and we were told to get out the country and move back to Scotland. I said, you're not moving me anywhere. I'm here to save lives, yeah. And that's what we do. We're all in this together. And as I said, this man he's not interested, just a number, that's all we are. We're out here, we're fighting paedophiles and chasing paedophiles around. We've had a few over the Isle of Dogs. Yeah, that's where I'm from. We've got lots going on over there. I won't mention his name because I've been asked not to. But I'm on his case. Yeah, we have a few paedophile protectors out looking for this guy. And I believe that he's being police protected. That's my belief, because we're all being silenced. We've all been told to shut up. Yeah, but we're not shutting up. Yeah, we're not going to shut up. Yeah, and as I said, all lives matter. I get these bleed kits out, they're in Uganda, Malta, Ireland, everywhere, but my community come first, yeah? And they're out here in the E14. I take these bleed kits everywhere around. I get the bad boys, as they call them. They're not bad boys, yeah? Half the time you've got to look at your parents, yeah? They're not bad boys. They're out in the streets, they've got nothing to do because there's nothing for them, yeah? So what we do when we see them going down that road, we chuck them into the boxing, yeah? And we give them a purpose and a focus. We're going to try and set up a little boxing club, keep them safe, come in, talk to us, yeah? That's what we're out here to do. Everybody is here, yeah? And as I said, you know, it's close at home and it's happening right under our noses. It's happening just now. I reported 2 years about the gangs being over here on the Isle of Dogs, that our kids have been taken at weekends, yeah? Sex parties, whatever, yeah? Do they care? No. So we have to make the difference, yeah? We have to shout. Sad but true, but we're all in this together. God bless you all.
Hey, hello. Anybody else want to talk at the moment?
Go on, mate.
What's your name, young man? I'm Ash. What's yours, young man?
Don't get no sense out of
Hi
me.
everyone, my name's Amash, I'm 21 years old and I'm here to talk about my best friend who was stabbed 2 years ago. In the last 6 years, 3 of my friends have been stabbed and killed.
20 past 2.
I feel like too often, boys like me and my friends are labelled as bad. We get caught up in the wrong things or we might struggle at school and automatically the teachers and those in power label us as bad. I feel like we have to stop pushing boys away who need our help. We must stop judging people too quickly. We need mentors to step up, we need to offer support and we need people to open doors and give positive opportunities. I feel like mums should never have to visit their children in the graveyards. Let's work together and really support young boys like my friends so that we can prevent more young people and their families from being affected by knife crime. Thank you.
Thank you. Gentlemen. Is there anybody here who wants to come? What's your name, please? And is it Mike?
Yes. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, families and associates. This event caught my attention through social media. My name is Michael Jonas, and my son Michael Jonas was stabbed and unalive 2 weeks into his 17th birthday. He was stabbed by six covered in a park, Crystal Palace.
You're right. Well done.
No, he told me not to exploit this guy.
So, anytime you're ready, you put next part, boy, stab and kill.
Well done anyway.
Thank you, thank you.
Now, there is a lot to talk about. There is a
Right,
lot
I'm going to go in a little while, another 5 minutes and be out.
because
I'll see you. You going now? You going?
Yeah.
until we, members of the public and members of this world, can change our attitude towards life, that's when we can start making a change. To sit and point fingers at who you think is to blame.
Youngster, I think he is.
The way we should be.
Sounds like he's got a good voice and all.
What's happening here?
Yeah, he sounds like Sam.
Yeah,
he sounds like
You know, Saxon
When was the last time you did something for someone?
I mean, a few of them over
He
here.
sounds like he can sing as well.
Very
He sounds
smart
like
crowd here who made their way from all over yonder just to be here. Respect, welcome.
Respect.
Oi, oi, oi.
How many of you is willing to give up a murderer?
Yeah, all right, you come from the Revelation.
That's the question we ask. How many of you is willing to give up a family member who is a murderer? That is what we have, and that's where the problem is. We sit there knowing that our brothers, our fathers, and our associates will go around, kill people, and we still honor them. When my son died, if all those people had given up those murderers, that boy would never ever get the chance for the following year he kill another person.
A lot of these guys reach out.
So when we sit there and talk about,
Jack, we're in, they're quite annoyed that they're not.
I'm not going to talk to the police. Who are you going to talk to? If this way was running, or if this town was running without the police, what would be happening? What would be here today? There would be too much restriction. This would be happening because this is a move to
2Up2down.
And there is a lot of people.
Wait, I'll let you get my phone.
Things like these.
I just live.
All right, no worries.
So, this is something I need to tell members of the public. When you hear people talk about informer. Remember, you are
Might be interested in extra information on my granddad's murder. Sadiq Khan's covering it up with a
As he does, yeah.
as they do. You know?
I'll take a look at it, mate.
Yeah,
Cheers.
appreciate it. Nice one. Good day, yeah?
You too, mate.
I know it's very political, but we need to look at
He's over there, but he's having a...
That's also another political force.
He's having a Tom City, he's over there.
It's all right, mate. You all right?
By the way, man.
Can I put this out?
Apparently,
All right, yeah.
There's a lot of people who's lost people through murder. Mums, sons, dads.
I'm happy to be here today. And I'm just saying that we need to start and we seem to be doing something about what is taking place here now, because the police can't do it. Don't care how many hubs you should put up, they can't do it on their own. And I can tell you this, death pays. Death pays. You know why that pays? The amount of money that people generate. And just remember now, we will always talk about it.
You all right?
A lot of people getting murdered and yeah. What country? Egypt. Oh, Egypt you're from. Oh, right, yeah. Yeah, we got big problems with it, you know. Yeah. Anyway, take care, mate.
We can go now?
Yeah.
Right, guys, I'm going to go now anyway. Thanks for joining us. Respect everyone. Cheers, Mod.
I am not the only person.
Right, Victoria. Keith, cheers, mate. All the mods, everyone who come in, thank you. Have a good